all the masks out there, the masks with the walls are the worst. They don't work at all. Does this mask really work in this pandemic situation? There are many mixed feelings that they work and doesn't work. They say that the virus is small, so small enough that it can penetrate to even an N95 mask. So, does it really help? Let's do some experimental study and see if they really help or not. I've been working as a COVID warrior since lockdown 1, close to moving with the doctors. And they do have a mixed feeling that the virus is so small that the masks cannot stop it. But from my experimental study, I believe the masks will help to a certain level to stop the spread of virus. There are two reasons why this mask has to be used. The first reason is to prevent others from the cough or sneeze or the virus what you exhale. And the second one, protect yourself from inhaling other people's virus. Let's see how this hookah smoke can be stopped with the masks. Think that this hookah smoke is similar to some coronavirus. Okay, so the cough or sneeze has the capability of traveling at 50 to 100 kilometers per hour, and on the way, due to the resistance of the air, it's gonna slow down somewhere around 70 centimeters, and from there it's gonna fall to the ground. That's the reason people are asked to maintain a social distance of 1 meter. So let's see if the mask really stops the flow of virus to the other people or to a 1 meter distance. Let's see if the mask can really filter the smoke or even the coronavirus. For a certain reason, I was actually forcing my hand against the mask and face, which I'll explain it later. As you see in the video, the mask cannot filter 100% of the particles or air that is coming out of your mouth. But the mask is at its best use by drastically decreasing the velocity of the particles and air that is coming out of your mouth. So this time with the mask, the air what you exhale or cough or sneeze is not moving to 1 meter distance. It's just occupying somewhere in the vicinity of the face, not even to 1 feet. But there are few other things which this mask is not working for. So let us get into close detail and discuss that. Of all the air you exhale or inhale, only 20% of it is being filtered through the mask, and most of it is escaping from the gaps near the nose and other places. I was actually forcing my hand against the mask and face just to decrease the gap so as to show the filtration process of the mask. But always there is a gap. So just to conclude this part of the exercise, though the masks are not completely filtering and maintaining a proper air tightness with the face, they're actually doing a good job just by stopping the shooting of particles from our mouth to other people's face. Let's do the same experiment on this funny mask. I would call this funny because it doesn't work at all. I seriously don't know why these generic masks are yet being used and sold. This doesn't work at all. As you see in the experiment, it doesn't stop the flow of smoke at all. So, does it stop coronavirus? Not at all. This mask is so thin, you can see light even passes through it very clearly. So this is a cloth mask. So you see it passes the light very less. At least this works better and very much than this. So try to avoid this. I would call this type of mask as gapping in the torso because there's a big hole in the mask, and to call torso because this mask are already a part of our respiratory systems and body. It actually filters whatever you inhale, but it freely allows the cough or sneeze or air when you exhale. So this wall closes when you inhale and opens when you exhale. Also, there is another adverse effect of this mask. So whenever you speak having this mask on your face, the pressure inside the mask varies so much that the wall keeps opening and closing all time. Even though this mask filters whatever the air you inhaled, people who wore this also got infected because whenever you talk, this one-way wall opens and lets other people's infection to come to you. So this mask is completely a fail and should not be used at all. To my belief, all the mask has to be properly engineered to decrease the gap between the face and the mask. So at least you could select a proper mask if it has a metal strip like this. The same thing is here, so you can press this against your nose and decrease the gap. You can also check the intactness of the mask just by observing when you are inhaling and exhaling, the mask should be able to contract and expand. If it's doing that, that means the air is not escaping through this part of the nose and or any other gap. It's enough of dark, let's get into some light now. So just to conclude, even though the mask cannot filter all the particles that you cough or sneeze, it definitely prevents the spread of virus just because it decreases the velocity of the cough or sneeze particles into the air. And whenever there is breeze or wind around you, make sure you maintain more distance from people so that the air doesn't carry the coronavirus to you. Need about 1 lakh particles including water droplets, germs, viruses spread when you cough or sneeze. So this is nothing new for humans. So we've been facing this all these years, but the coronavirus is something new for our body that we can't face it right now. So make sure you maintain a social distance and select a good mask and try to avoid getting sick. If you're someone who likes science and analytical videos like this, then consider subscribing.